Welcome to my channel. I'm Rin, and I mostly talk about cross stitch on here. This is Flosstube number 5. Today is March 2nd. So I've been trying to do these on the first of the month, but I also put out a bunch of cross stitch patterns on the first of the month, and so getting those all together and uploaded and then trying to do a video and upload that, it's too much. So gotta delay it a day. I'm sure you're all just so upset. How can you go about, like, I know I'm more worried about my schedule than anybody else is. Before I get into talking about cross stitch and everything, I just want to, I don't really usually talk about the outside world events and things, but there's been a lot lately. I think most of us are dealing with something, or at least are kind of, I don't know. It's just a lot for a lot of people right now. There's of course everything in the Ukraine, which, you know, being an American, it only like maybe tangentially affect me because I don't know anybody there personally. So I can't speak to, I mean, you know, it makes most people anxious. Wars is not a good thing, but it doesn't directly affect me. But it's still not something that most normal, rational people want to see. The closer to home, literally, are all the bills about trans people here in Florida, in Texas, in a lot of other states. And I'm not going to get into all the details on that because I haven't really studied and looked into that, but yeah, it's just, and then the new climate report, and it's just like, seriously. But I don't really post about the stuff on social media like Facebook or Instagram or anything like that. It's not because I don't care about these issues. I guess I've just always felt that, like, what is the point of that? And I don't want to like dismiss anybody who does post about those things, but I guess it's just like everyone's posting about it like as an awareness thing. It's out there. I have tried to make a few donations to things, and I feel like that is important. I mean, it makes you feel good to post on social media. It's nice, but if you're not really doing anything beyond that, it doesn't really mean much. It's kind of the thoughts and prayers thing, which certain people are given a lot of flack for that. So it's just something to keep in mind. I know not everybody has the money or the time or things like that, but if you do, it's important to go that one step beyond and do something beyond, like the stitch alongs and stuff. That's very nice, but it doesn't actually do anything for anybody. I mean, that's our inclination as stitchers to do that. So I really got to thinking about this watching these 20 stitches, because I'd been kind of thinking about this, but I don't, sometimes it's hard to pull it all together. So I will put a link to Dee's latest Flosstube, and I would really recommend watching that because they do a much better job of getting into all of this, and also providing resources if you would like to donate time or money or any of those sort of things, if you can do, and especially trying to donate locally, which is important. I know a lot of people will donate to the ACLU or, you know, the Red Cross for international things, but those are very big organizations and the funds can just kind of go wherever. So, but yes, check out their latest Flosstube if you're interested in learning more. And if you can, maybe send them a tip on Kovi, because they do a great job of bringing awareness and giving you actual actionable steps to do something to help people, and it's, yeah, just like when you get done here, and if you haven't watched their Flosstube, which probably most of the people who watch my channel watch their channel too, so nah. But if you haven't, I would recommend it because they're way better at this than I am, but I'm trying, and I think that's kind of the point. Even if something, whatever you can do is small, it can add up. So you might have seen that Witch's Garden Crafts did a pattern based off of a story of a woman going up to a soldier and telling him to put sunflower seeds in his pocket so that his flowers will grow when he dies. Ooh. But the proceeds from that, they're available on their Gumroad page, and everything over and above the fee that Gumroad charges, they're donating to, I believe, the UN Refugee Fund. And the last time I looked, the pattern had raised over $12,000. So that's good, and it's going towards something that will help all the people that are being displaced. So, and you know, of course, if you're donating to something, make sure you vet it, because of course there's people out there trying to scam people. It's like, oh yeah, we're totally doing something, and yeah, so just be careful out there. Make sure it's a reputable place you're sending your money to, because you don't want to waste your money. Okay, so a bit of a downer to start. I'm sorry, but it's just the way it is right now, isn't it? So now I'm going to segue into some shameless self-promotion. Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know how to, like, I can't make that transfer well. I just can't. We're just gonna keep moving. We're just gonna move on. So the Kingdom Hearts Stitch Along. The 28th of March, first pattern is getting released. So if you are interested, sign up on the Facebook page or follow my Ko-Fi store, my Ko-Fi page. So that's where the pattern will be. So you don't have to be on Facebook. I will, of course, have a link down below to my Ko-Fi store. I released 3 bonus Keyblades this month, so I'm gonna put pictures of those up. One was the No Name Keyblade, which is from Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and then I also did the Oathkeeper Keyblade and the Oblivion Keyblade, which are both from Kingdom Hearts 356 2 Days. I get that one really confused because it's just kind of weird, but yeah, Kingdom Hearts, it gets kind of weird. So those are free. They're not going to be in the main Stitch Along, so if you want them, they're a separate download. Okay, video game patterns this month. Of course, there's the usual slate of Chrono Cross patterns, the portraits. I've got one that I stitched, and then I have 4 other ones that are released, and then I also released the menu art for those same characters. So I'll put that one, I don't know which, it kind of depends on how the video looks. I'll put it up somewhere, you'll see it. I also did a Ranma 1/2 pattern, which has actually been really popular. I mean, it's an older anime. I wasn't sure how many people would really know it, but a lot of people seemed excited. And so that's been really cool, because that was probably one of the first, I think it was like the first manga I ever read, because back in the early 2000s, there wasn't much. There really wasn't. There was like on like one shelf or part of a shelf in Barnes & Noble in like where all the graphic novels were, like down here somewhere. Yeah, it's got its own section now. It's like you kids just don't even know the struggle of what it was. Okay, so enough of that. If you're interested in any of those, of course, the link is down below. But, so, pop culture highlight for this month. I'm really excited about this one. Chrono Cross is getting a remaster. So, Obviously, if you've been watching my channel at all this year so far, you can tell I'm a fan. I am. And I'm super excited, and I can't believe it comes out next month. I think April 7th, and it's going to be available on PlayStation 4 and Switch, as far as I know. I'm not sure about Xbox. I don't honestly really pay much attention to that. Sorry. It's not my platform. But I know those two it's going to be on. And I feel like I'm almost doing more advertising than they've done. A trailer for it came out like last week, and I found it the other day, and I'm just like, seriously, this is it? You're just gonna like dump it on YouTube and people figure it out? That's great. Whatever. If you're into JRPGs, I would definitely say, and if you have either of those systems, download it, play it, become addicted too. Anyway, enough of me promoting some other stuff. I'm just really excited because I still have the game for PlayStation 1, but it'll be nice to be able to play it on a newer system, so I don't have to crack out my old ones. Okay, we've been going on and on, so I think it's about time that I finally get around to talking about, showing off some cross stitch. I've been talking about it. So first up, I only really have 2 whips to show you because most of my stitching has been on the Keyblades of the Kingdom. I can't show you that yet. Oh, I can't wait. Next Flosstube, you will get to see it. Finally. I'm really excited. I've wanted to show people, and I'm like, no. We're trying to keep this secret. It's going to be a nice surprise. I'm not very good at that, but I'm trying really hard. Yeah, I think I did 6,600 stitches on that this month. So I will tell you, some of the sections are large. Very large. What I can show you is Many of the Possibilities Evolution Rainbow Max Color. I'll put a picture of what the finished one looked like. And that's from Heaven and Earth Designs, based on art by Walking Melons. And it's on an 18 count, easy count Ada. I stitched 3,222 stitches, and you can see I finished Leafeon on this page. Oh, I know, and it's so great. I was a little worried about doing the mini one because I was like, is the detail gonna come through? And I think it really does, honestly. I think, of course, it's not as smooth as the supersized huge one, but I think you can really still quite tell a lot of detail in here, so I'm excited about that. So Leafeon over here is done. Part of Glaceon will be over here, so you can see I've started putting some stitches in there, but I'm really excited about that one. My needle minder, which I think I'm actually going to turn into a fridge magnet because it's kind of huge and it's a little hard to get my needle off of there. I have another really cute needle minder coming, so I should hopefully have that for next time. They're taking a while to ship it, so I don't know. Okay, I have one other whip. I didn't work on the Chrono Cross menu art this month. I kind of got distracted with other stuff, and stitching on a 25 count is hard. It's really hard. Not my favorite. Okay, so this is the Pixel Prime 2022 Sal, the Power Up Plaza. This is by Pixel Prime, and it's stitched on 25 count pewter Lagana, and I did 873 stitches, so not nearly as many as last month. And of course, I'll put a picture up of what the frame looks like. And this is what I got to. I'm just basically filling in the background color on the stones. I don't know how well you can see it because it is a little similar to my fabric color. I kind of wish I would have gotten a different color a bit so it'd stand out a little bit better, but it is what it is. So mostly I did a few more like the little stones, and then I was filling in. I'm still struggling a bit with stitching on 25 count. It's so tiny, man. How do people do those little teeny tiny? I'm stitching this on 40 count over one, and I'm just like, No. No. Okay, so that's all the whips that I can show you. I have a couple finishes, but before I get into my finishes, I want to show off a fabulous finish from my favorite test stitcher, my boyfriend. So this is the pattern I was talking about last month. It is my Kid Chameleon pattern that is available in my Co-Fi store, of course. And so it's not too huge, but I think it's really cute if you like know the game. It's kind of a fun, unique thing. So, and he stitched it for me. Aw. I mean, I mainly made the pattern for him, so he kind of had to stitch it for me. But I thought that turned out pretty good. Okay, so next I have my Harley portrait. Excuse me, my Harley portrait from Chrono Cross. This pattern by me, obviously. It's on a 16 count natural Aida, 3,371 stitches. And wow, I just think she is spectacular. She's so, I just love how it turned out. The colors, the shading, everything looks so good, and she's just so pretty. She's one of my favorite characters, even though she's like not really one of the good guys. I mean, she's not like evil, but so yeah, I was pretty excited to stitch her. She's definitely one of my favorites. I'm a fan of Harley Quinn in DC universe, so that's surprising. Okay, I have one other finish. It's a Berry Bulbasaur. It's a pattern by So Nerdy by Bray, and it's stitched on 14 count pale green Aida. Look at him, and he's adorable. So I stitched that for Valentine's Day. I was just like, oh, he's so stinking cute. He's just the most precious thing. Look at his little face. Hello, face. It's just so cute. It went pretty quick. Yeah, so I had fun stitching that one. And she has a whole bunch of different like little seasonal Bulbasaurs. I've got another pattern with like a peep on the back, and she just put out a St. Patrick's Day one with a little pot of gold, and she's got like Christmas and Thanksgiving ones, and so I'm definitely gonna do more of these. Look at him. Oh, I love it. So yeah, So Nerdy by Bray, Breigh, I think. Although sometimes I switch I's and E's wrongly. But I'll try to remember to put a link to her Etsy shop down in the description if you're interested in any of those little guys. It's a very quick little stitch. Okay, so that's what I've been working on. So let's talk about plans. So what were my plans that I was trying to get done this month? So I wanted to finish part 3 of Keyblades to the Kingdom, which I did. I wanted to test stitch the Harley portrait, which I did. Finish another good video game pattern. I did design another pattern. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to put that one out. It's like, it's gonna like explode your face with cuteness, I swear. That sounded very aggressive. And stitch my Valentine's Bulbasaur, which you just saw. So I actually did pretty good. I've got to set my goals lower, and then I can actually meet them. Right. Okay, so what am I wanting to get done for next month? So for March, I actually want to start stitching the Sunflowers for Ukraine pattern. That was the Witch's Garden Crafts pattern. So I would like to start that one. Finish part 4 of Keyblades to the Kingdom, which, you know, I'm pretty much on track. I already started stitching on that yesterday. I want to get another one of my video game patterns designed. I think I have 2 left that I'm planning for this year, so I'll try to get another one done. And test stitch Karsh portrait. So that's another character from Chrono Cross, and he has some really awesome long purple hair. He is one of the bad guys, but I swear, in Chrono Cross, like, you'll fight somebody, and then later on the game, they just join you. Everyone joins your party. This is why I have 45 characters to stitch. Everybody Yeah, let's go. Well, we used to hate you and we wanted to kill you, but now we'd like to go with you. uh, I think that's about it for cross stitching. On a personal note, I'm still working on my language stuff. I got over like a 30-day streak, so it's exciting. So I'm working on German and Japanese, and I'm not going to try to say anything because it's getting later in the day, and I know I'll just, yeah. It's coming along pretty well. I think I'm starting to absorb some things. Pronunciation is still difficult in some ways, but I'm gonna keep plugging away at it. I'm gonna keep working at it. And I think that's about it for me today. I feel like I've gone on for a long time, but I know this probably isn't gonna be as long as I think. So I was like, oh, I just went on and on forever, and it's like 25 minutes. I'm like, okay. That's all right. It's really annoying to upload long videos. I don't know how some people do it. But just, talking about the beginning of the video, just even little things, if a lot of people do a little bit, it does add up. So don't think just because, well, I can only donate $5, that's not a big deal. It's something. So, just think about it. Otherwise, I hope you're, doing as best you can the way things are. And I hope that there's good things in your life now or on the way for you. Until my next video, bye. Oh, wait. I realized before I go, I didn't talk about my haircut. You probably sitting here this good video being like, did she get a haircut or am I imagining things? Because she's not saying anything. They're not saying anything about it. They're not saying anything. Yeah, I got a haircut. So I'm going to go into it. I hope you like it, okay? And if you don't, well, too bad, because that's my head. Anyway, bye for real this time. Bye.